Let's go to something you're trying to do to help your program. Nashville Basketball Initiative. Just kind of take it from there.
Well, I think, listen, George, we all know the landscape of college sports, not just basketball, but college sports has changed dramatically. And in this case, I want to focus on the basketball aspect. We've been very fortunate, to bring in a guy by the name of Mark Byington at Vanderbilt that's done an excellent job. He's not only a coach, he's shown he's a great general manager. He got this team back to the NCAA tournament last year. I fully expect that to happen this year, and I think we all also expect to not only get to the tournament, but hopefully win a game in the first round and make some progress. But we also want to look to get back to getting Memorial Gym full of people. I understand there's the Titans and the Predators and professional soccer. And, there's so much going on in Nashville. It's a big town, and we want to make, Memorial Gym the place to be again, but you have to win. And right now you're playing in a conference that it might be the best conference of all time when you talk about total depth from top to bottom. It's not it's not like a lot of conferences where it's top heavy. You're talking about teams that if you go 500, you're going to the tournament. What was it? 13 of 16 teams went to the tournament last year. That's unheard of. But because of the landscape, George, we have to find a way outside of what the school is doing, because all the schools now are basically saying we are providing revenue share, which 15% of $20.5 million minus $2.5 that goes back to scholarships is about $2.75 million. Well, everybody's payroll in the SEC is basically between 6 and 10. So if you want to be a bottom feeder, you got to get to 6. If you want to be middle of the pack, you got to get to 8. If you want to really contend in the SEC and give yourself a chance, to possibly, contend for a national championship, you got to get to 10. Because you got to remember, you're also now having to compete with teams in the Big East that don't have to worry about football. So basketball is getting a majority share of that revenue share.
It's a big Patino advantage at St. John's.
Oh, yes. So, and that's the last thing you want to do is give Rick Pitino any type of advantage, because he'll throw on that white suit and kick your ass in a heartbeat.
Look like Colonel Sanders doing it.
That's right. Finger looking good. But listen, this Nashville Basketball Initiative is more than just about NIL. And I want to make sure people understand that and make it very clear. So, when I sit here and I jump up and I say, visit the Nashville Basketball Initiative on Twitter, I still call it Twitter, or X, at Nashville NBI for more information, including a chance to donate. It's not just about, hey, throw us your money and step aside. It's like, we want you involved. You as a person, you as a body, you as a human, the sidewalk fan, the former student, the former athlete, those that have grown up loving Vanderbilt. Even if you didn't go to Vanderbilt, you went to Tennessee, you went to Kentucky, but now you're back in Nashville. Or still, like when I was at Vanderbilt, a lot of my friends were from Kentucky. They still rooted for Kentucky, except when they played Vanderbilt. And that's their second favorite team because that's where they grew up. So we're trying to find a way to bring all these guys back together. Remember, we used to have the rebounders. We're not going to call it that anymore, but it's the Nashville Basketball Initiative. And this is for everybody that loves Vanderbilt, that wants to be a part of what we're building. We need people to get in on the ground floor because we need to get this thing, into a snowball going downhill. Because, I know Tennessee's got plenty of money. They got plenty of resources. And we want to be able to compete with all these guys on a yearly basis, not every 4 or 5 years.